Tiffany. We're going to have a great day today. Today's game features the mean and menacing Gargoyles. And the growling, vicious Dawg pack.
Back in. Dawg pack. 1, 2, 3.
We have a lot in store for you today, but right now, let's go courtside for the pregame scoop with Marty McSorley.
Thank you, Tiffany. I'm here with tough guy for the Gargoyles, Chad Wagner. Chad, last game you were suspended. You got in a fight 2 games ago. Your team came out and won the game. How big an impact is the fight in a game?
Well, it depends. You know, you go out and for down a couple goals, it helps for myself to go out and just kind of maybe make some big hits, kind of maybe not necessarily fight, but just kind of pick up the tempo by maybe going after their big guy, you know, trying to change the tempo of the game, the flow, and then just give our guys the room to skate around when I'm out there. It helps out. It opens up the ice a little more for them, and just lets the little guys wheel around.
Now, you're playing the Dawg pack today. What do you expect from the Dawg pack? They've got Rob Hammer, they've got Mike Butters, they've got some big guys.
Probably just let Hammer sleep, you know, just let him, he doesn't do much. But Nelson, that's the big thing there. We're going to do a lot of intimidation, just keep on him and see if he buckles under pressure.
Okay, perfect. Now back to our beautiful host, Tiffany.
Before the face-off, let me tell you what else we have in store for you today. We have the Tories on the pro beach hockey stage. Also the Slammin' Dancers. And at halftime, we have an interview with one of the toughest players in the league, Mike Butters. Well, let's not wait any longer. Let's go to Chris Madsen and Marty McSorley.
Hey, Tiffany, ain't that pretty? Huntington Pier here in Huntington Beach, California. Gargoyles against the Dawg pack as the PBH regular season begins to wind down just a little bit. But who would have ever thought that when we started this tournament, the Dawg pack would be pulling up the rear?
Dawg pack are really struggling. They need wins, and they need them in a hurry. They can't afford a loss. This is a huge game for them if they're going to be in the playoffs at all.
Talked about Harmer. Well, did he wake the sleeping giant when Chad Wagner said, hey, he's been nabbed?
Well, he better get it going. He's not a go-to guy offensively. He hasn't been a go-to guy for them physically. They've been struggling. They need him to be a force.
All right, you talk about one force. What about this next guy? Check out that one.
Oh, Mike Butters, I love this guy. He is a leader for this team. They've come back in the second half of almost every game they've played in. It's because he kicked some butt on his own team. He makes them play. At the same time, every time they have a free drop, every time there's a great outlet pass, Mike Butters is behind it.
Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN is sponsored by Snapple. The best stuff is in here. And by V-Form. V-Form, the mind, body, and soul of roller hockey. It's the closest thing to being on ice. Well, Gargoyles have brought their contingent. So have the Dawg pack. In fact, Harmer was tossing out dog bones to his Dawg pack prior to the game. Are they fired up for this one?
Well, he better be crushing some bones because they need him to be physical. It can't be all talk, it's action.
Gargoyles in their home whites, Dawg pack in their roving yellows as the ball is sent the opposite way. Deep inside Dawg pack territory, Olin Kulis with a mild backhander in on goal, steered aside. Another new goaltender in goal for the Dawg pack.
Well, the Dawg pack have got Zach Bernstein in net right now. This is a team that's in real transition. They were down on their last goaltender, and we thought he played fairly well for them. We didn't think he was the reason that they were struggling. They seem to think so, so they've turned to Zach Bernstein to be the difference for them.
James Fuji, who appeared in 5 games, 6.00 goals against average. Bernstein out of Nevada gets the nod here today, and the Dawg pack are hoping that he could perhaps settle things down defensively. They were stung for 10 points against in their last outing.
Let's remember, any team that has lost when they've, any team that has won, the goals against them have been just under 7. So the fact that the goaltender, James Fuji, who played with the Dawg pack, his goals against average was 6. He did not play bad for them. They just didn't score goals for him.
Gargoyles, on the other hand, are coming off a big win over the Express, who are presently tied atop the overall standings with Heavy Metal at 11 points. But for the Gargoyles, can you imagine if they pick up a victory here today? They'd be right there with the top 2 clubs in this tournament.
Yes, they would, but they're a 500 team right now, and I'm not sure if 500 is going to put them in the playoffs. They've played more games than anybody else, so they need this victory today.
2 games left in their regular season for the Gargoyles in white. Denny Lefebvre's long rising shot is batted down to the defense and played right back out to midcourt. Lefebvre again. Backhand shot, close range. Whistling that one wide was Rich Cotterill back in the lineup. Along the far boards, good muscle work as Wally Lacroix gets taken off the loose ball.
Wally Lacroix from Northern Quebec.
Oh, is he ever? I tell you that. As the ball is sent back out to the near zone. Well, the Dawg Pack looking for inspiration from just about anywhere. Goaltending, forwards, they'll take it from wherever, as that one. From the top of the dome zone by Chad Wagner. Whistles wide. Gord Schmidt, home run dish up the floor. Wally Lacroix will cut back to the loose ball, and as he floats that one in on goal, a little bit of miscommunication, and the Gargoyles dodge the bullet. Jeff Miller has been the man in goal from the get-go for the Gargoyles, and this is a guy that you like.
Jeff Miller's played extremely well. He's given them opportunities to get back in the game and to win games when they've been down.
Here on ESPN.
Hi. At Snapple, we know the pressures facing young fruit today. How easy it is to go bad, start hanging with the bad crowd, mixing with preservatives. That's why here at Snapple, we've created a place where good fruit can come to get even better, to learn skills, to interact with other fruit they would never meet on the outside. Snapple and fruit, making the best of it together. The best stuff is in here.
When the male is in pursuit of the female, the slightest scent of unpleasantness may send the female running. Thus, Right Guard Clear Gel or Clear Stick, powerful protection from odor and wetness that glides on clear. Right Guard. Anything less would be uncivilized.
When you're active, the last thing you want is the itch of dandruff. New Head & Shoulders Refresh. It helps prevent dandruff, and its refreshing formula feels stimulating on the scalp. Head & Shoulders Refresh, our refreshing way to help prevent dandruff.
Up the floor it rolls, and Jeff Miller way out of his net will work it around to Chad Wagner. Reverse flow feed right side. Lonnie McDermott's pass is picked off, and here they come. 4-on-2, Dawg Pack caught in the line change. Long shot hits the glass, and Karams to the left wing boards. Harmer with it.
Well, Hammer just hitting the surface. We get a chance to look at him today. He's promised us that he's going to pick his game up. Let's watch him. He is a force for these guys. You know, we talk about him that, he hasn't done a lot of things, but they desperately need him.
You remember earlier in the tournament, we were really on the Hammer as that one is batted home by Koulis, and just like that, the Gargoyles on the turnover draw first blood.
Way to work. Well, the Gargoyles jump on it. I think it was Stephane Desjardins who jumped on the rebound. Oren Koulis all over it, centered the ball, hung out with it, and it jumped over Zach Bernstein's stick, and Stephane Desjardins, nice hesitation in the slot, looking for the rebound, and then jumps all over it and puts it upstairs in the top half of the net, underneath the arm, and the old 7-hole.
7th goal in his last 5 games for Stephane Desjardins. The assist goes to Oren Koulis, and just like that, the Gargoyles lead this game by a score of 1-0. But getting back to the point we were making about Harmer, here's a guy, you remember, he was stuck on one hit for the first few games of the series. Now he's atop the leaderboard in the hit department in this tournament with 14.
We had to remind him he wasn't a pitcher. To have a low hit total wasn't a good thing.
Around a Jack Harmer tries to work it down low. Nelson denied with the sliding skate save by goaltender Jeff Miller. Back it comes. Butters rattles the pipe.
Mike Butters looked Orenkoulis off. He looked at him. He held goaltender Zach Bernstein, froze, and fired it off the bar. That was a real nice shot, a real nice placement, and just missed it.
Zach Bernstein joining the ranks of Scott Lauro, Peter Yaros, and James Fuji as players who have tended goal in this tournament for the Dog Pack. Steve Vezina was their goaltender throughout last year's tournament. And I know that that's been a real sore subject with Chris Nelson, as this one is going to be whistled down. Elbowing is going to be the call, and it looks like Ty Hardigan is going to be credited with a free shot here.
Well, he won't take his free shot until he checks his dental work first, because the hammer tried to get a real hit on him, and the hammer got the elbow up a little bit and clipped him. Ty Hardigan doesn't want to be playing a physical game with the hammer. Hammer trying to intimidate him a little bit, letting everybody know he's out here.
Hardigan moves in on goal. Bernstein challenges and makes the terrific left hand save. Nelson fails to negate the hanging V. He goes down with a thud. Back they come the other way. Butters. Skate to stick movement. Hardigan on the doorstep. Koulis with a wide open net. And he backhanded it wide. Bernstein, straight ahead movement. Gord Schmidt in tandem on the wing. He's got Lacroix on the opposite side, but he elects to take the shot.
Zach Bernstein, a late addition to the Dog Pack. The Dog Pack, anybody in net shouldn't be called that they're in net. They're in the doghouse, because it's been a tough place to be for anybody on the Dog Pack. It's been a revolving door for them. But he has always died to play professionally, and this is an opportunity for him. They feel he can help them. They've seen him play, and he is a very talented goaltender.
Oh, look out here. Orenkoulis could not find the handle. Nelson does. From 2-point range. He drops it off. Lacroix shot. He shoots it. Scores. Is it 1 point or two? They're going to say that 1 foot had crossed zone. And the result here will be the equalizer.
Well, the Dog Pack jumping on the board now, getting a chance to test Jeff Miller a little bit with some traffic, bumped him a little bit, and they said it was kind of an incidental contact with the goaltender, so they're not calling it interference, and a shot to the far side. Jeff Miller had no opportunity on it. When a player is tied up with a defenseman, they're going to skate right into the goaltender. They're going to cause any kind of interference they can and say they're pushed in. It's a tough call for the referee to make.
I'll tell you, they're going to make a call. They're going to say that after taking a look at the tape, they're going to review that and change it to a 2-point goal. So Wally Lacroix's first marker in this tournament in his first game results in a Dog Pack lead. This is only the 3rd time in this tournament that the Dog Pack has scored first in a game. Back it comes near wall. Player loses an edge. Partial breakaway. Lonnie McDermott with a man in. Moves in on goal. He shoots. He scores. Lonnie McDermott makes it a 2-point cushion for the Dog Pack.
That's a very nice goal. I think everybody, including Jeff Miller, the goaltender for the Gargoyles, thought he was going to pass. He's getting pressure from behind. Rich Cotterill catches up to him. Lonnie McDermott kept his body there, faked off the pass, and Jeff Miller moved across and he put it upstairs. That was a very nice move. If it was a planned fake pass, I'm not sure if he lost the handle on it, but he stuck with it and put it upstairs.
But you know, for all the pressure that McDermott was under, I'm surprised that Miller barely even came out of his net to challenge him.
He was worried for the pass, and rightfully so. 2 guys speeding like that is tough for goaltenders.
Rich Cotterill takes the pass there from Chad Wagner and buries it. And just like that, Dog Pack gets stung.
Premiering this week on TCI Digital Pay-Per-View. Annette Bening The way to end her nightmare is to stop the serial killer who comes to her in dreams. Eddie Murphy is no ordinary holy man. Now he's the guru of the home shopping crowd. And who else would you trust to buy from? For Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts, and Oscar winner Susan Sarandon, it's the battle of belonging between the ex-mom and the stepmom. TCI Digital Pay-Per-View. For more information or to order, call 1-877-4YOUR-TV. So order TCI Digital Pay-Per-View tonight. No shoes required.
Tonight on ESPN. Sport, followed by the Wednesday night baseball doubleheader. Cardinals, Reds, A's, Mariners. On ESPN2, RPM tonight, Tour de France, Thunder Sprint, and Sports Center, plus ESPN2's Bottom Line. And on ESPN Classic, Sports Century Countdown Profiles and Sports Century's Greatest Coaches. Do you have all the ESPN networks?
With his hands a kiss, like a cigar, like people you are, just bite it for a look. I don't like it. They on it, they gon' play. Keep it up, you make it feel like a play. Yo, my cardio is infinite.
Talk about a sport that has caught on rapidly here in Southern California. Just about a capacity crowd here at the PBH Bowl. As the ball is sent to the near boards, and Stéphane Desjardins will send it a long-distance slap shot that's batted down by Bernstein.
Let's remember this game's being played in California, but you've got players from all over the world playing here today. This is a selection of players who are all-stars in this sport and have come together here in Huntington Beach for this season of pro beach hockey.
Rich Cotterill wins our frequent flyer award today for the most miles logged all the way from London. You talk about other areas: Montreal, Quebec, Thunder Bay, Ontario,
Melbourne, Australia,
all over. Meanwhile, in the far corner, Oren Koulis from Chicago, Illinois, is rubbed off the near wall. And here comes Nelson with a rising slap shot that just caught the blocker of goaltender Jeff Miller. Koulis with it again. The difference in the Dog Pats game from a season ago, twofold. Defensively, nowhere near the effort that they put in last season en route to an appearance in the PBA championships. But the goals for this season, you talk about a dramatic drop-off. They come into this game averaging 4.5 goals a game. Last year, they averaged 9.5 goals per game.
That's why I say I have trouble with them blaming the goaltenders all the time. You have to do it in the offensive zone if you're going to blame somebody in the defensive zone.
Especially in this game, as that shot is smothered by Zach Bernstein, and he'll hang on. The whole nature of this game is built around scoring. The contour of the boards, the fact you have no face-off, you basically get a free out of your own zone, so you have possession of the ball. And as you know, possession off the face-off circle is something that doesn't come easy overall, as that one is tucked beneath the pads of Zach Bernstein. Only 2 face-offs in this game. They begin at the start of each half.
There's an interesting player for the Dog Pack. A guy I think who's the key for the Dog Pack is Mike Gillen. The Gargoyles are a big team, and Mike Gillen is a real gritty, feisty player. He's the type of guy who could keep them in the game, who can match the guys who are trying to screen the goalie, battle for rebounds, and if they can score enough goals, their goaltending's playing well enough, and they're going to get some help.
The surface does not result in a face-off. Instead, it's a free drop. One of the half moves along the far wall. 1-on-2 opportunity here, Lonnie McDermott. This is the most aggressive that we've seen Lonnie McDermott offensively in this game. But for more, we go to Tiffany, who's hanging around the PBH Bowl.
Hey everyone, I'm hanging backstage with the lead singer, Steve from the Tories. How you doing?
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about your band and what you're doing.
Basically just a 4-piece pop band, not just. We're from Los Angeles, and we have one record out about 2 years ago called Wonderful Life, and we're working on our second record right now.
Ooh, and I hear that you play for a TV show.
Yeah, we do the music for Christine Applegate's show on NBC. It's called Jessie.
Oh, that's hot. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to you guys playing for me.
Thank you.
Well, not just me, for everybody at my beach party.
I'm playing for you.
Last year, it's 5 countries and 50 cities worldwide. Over 1 million people on 3 continents experienced its power. Those who survived never forget. Don't you just love days like this? Bands raging since '66.
There's a new rock star in town.
PlayStation. The Baseball Hall of Fame. 60 years of tradition and debate. Who guards the hall's gates? Who are they letting in? And who are they keeping out? Plus, how Hall of Famers feel about Pete Rose, a decade after he was banished from the game. Outside the lines, Ruth to Rose to Ryan. 60 years of Cooperstown debates. Friday at 7:30 on ESPN.
Pro Beach Hockey. The two-point goal, shoot outside the pink line, dome zone, score double. A chance for a comeback or to put a team away.
So Lonnie McDermott will take advantage of the free out, must make contact on the initial pass, and he does with Mike Power. Oh, look at Jeff Miller get into the thick of things.
The player fell right on the middle of his back, and he stayed with it, battling for that rebound. Let's take a look at these goaltenders. We've got Jeff Miller, 5'9", 105 pounds, playing against guys who are 230 pounds. Don't think when he doesn't get run over or gets a bullet in the side of the head from a ball that it doesn't hurt or it doesn't shake him up. He looks like a drink of water in the dressing room, but he battles in the crease. And we go to the other end, Zach Bernstein, 5'10", 170 pounds. These are not big guys, but big on courage.
Oh, look out here. They score as Harmer jams the net and pokes in the rebound off the McDermott blast.
Well, if Hammer keeps scoring, he's not going to have to make as many signs to put in the stands for his fans because he tucked that one in. They needed a big goal from him. They needed a big game from him. And he's standing in the crease, causing a little traffic, and a rebound happened his way, and he jams it home. He's pretty happy about that. They do need some offense, but they need his physical presence.
Do you remember the last time you chatted with Harmer? I mean, this guy was incensed about the way his club was playing.
Well, anybody's always said if a guy's going to be a true leader, the chances are they're a little quiet in the dressing room on the surface, and let's see if Hammer can do it today.
That's his fourth goal of the tournament as the ball is set up the far boards. Controlling, Chris Nelson waits for the defensive player to flinch. He does, and hopping into the gap was Gord Schmidt, but he lost control of the ball. Oh, turnover. Schmidt turns, shoots wide. Puck play to the back wall. Controlling, centering pass. Gord Schmidt will hop on a loose ball in the corner. Backpedaling is Nelson as that deflects off the stick of Mike Butters. It's been a quiet afternoon thus far from Mike Butters as well as that shot in on goal. Handcuffs Zach Bernstein. Rebound just off the toe as Butters now tries to pick things up in the offensive zone. Along the far boards, Hardigan drifts to the middle of the surface, and his wrist shot wrapped up in the uniform of Chris Nelson. And as he sheds one player, he sees an opening on the opposite wing. We're down to the final minute, 10 seconds of this opening half.
Well, the Gargoyles are not a scoring team. They've got a bit of balanced scoring, but they need guys to step up, and Ty Hardigan is that guy. He's a streaky scorer. If they're going to win, they need him to score because they don't have a prolific goal scorer in the lineup.
Stefan Desjardins and Rich Cotterill, the goal-getters thus far for the Gargoyles in white. That pass was broken up. Butters from a deep angle grazes the side of the net. Opportunity again, broken up in the defense. Butters supports and clears all the way back to the neutral zone. Dawg back on the other hand, a two-point goal for newcomer Wally Lacroix. Single-point markers for Rob Harmer and Lonnie McDermott. That's how they have manufactured their two-point lead. We're down to the final half minute.
These guys are playing hard. They're crashing the net. These goalies are going to get a lot of contact, and you can hear the contact in front of the net. Guys jockeying for position, racing it for rebounds, and getting bumped hard.
Loose ball in the corner. Turnaround shot by Mike Power is snared by Jeff Miller. He wants a stoppage in play.
He quickly gives it to Mike Butters to start the transition. Mike Butters is not going to make a bad play. He's looking to send his guys on the offense.
But time is not their ally as it grinds down on the Gargoyles here in the opening half. With the score, 4-2 Dawg Pack. We're at the half.
ESPN The Magazine presents Ivan Rodriguez and Dan Patrick.
You're going to have to hide those. They're stealing the signs. Right?
Signs?
Yeah.
About here?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
You guys okay?
You're getting better. No, you're
sure?
getting it. No, you're getting it.
It's a well-kept secret, but sports' greatest stars turn to Dan Patrick for insights that really help their game.
can tell by the spin if it's going to go fair or foul.
With the spin?
Yeah.
You might be right, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
You might be right.
You're getting better.
And in return, they Dan amazing stuff for his ESPN The Magazine interviews that you won't hear anywhere else.
Do you ever get tired of squatting?
In September, yes.
Call now for ESPN The Magazine and get this navy blue windbreaker absolutely free. A free water-resistant nylon windbreaker, plus sports the way it ought to be, with unbelievable photos, inside information, player profiles, and Dan Patrick's incredible interviews.
When's the last time you sang the Puerto Rican national anthem?
I hear it, but I'm not a good singer.
Do you know the words?
I know, I know the words.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, I do.
Let's hear.
Nah, I'm not a good singer. I can show you how to catch, but I'm not a good singer.
Subscribe now. Get 26 issues, a year's worth for just $1 an issue. $1 an issue. That's 66% off the newsstand price. And remember, you'll get this navy blue windbreaker with a zip front pocket and embroidered ESPN logo free.
Camera always picks this up when you're in the dugout. You got to learn. Project. That's warning track power with seeds. Very good. You're a quick learner.
That's still longer than you.
Don't talk back to the teacher, okay?
Call now for ESPN The Magazine and your free windbreaker. 1-800-947-0990. 1-800-947-0990.
I'm Jerry Miller in Los Angeles, inviting you to join us later today. We go up close with Rick Pitino, the Celtics coach. We'll talk about this upcoming season. Does he really want Vin Baker? Are Kenny Anderson and Ron Mercer on the trade block? Join us at 6 Eastern time.
Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN is sponsored in part by V-Form. V-Form, the mind, body, and soul of roller hockey. It's the closest thing to being on ice.
The pier is the hardest thing on the beach, but on the Pro Beach Hockey Court, you want to tough? Well, the captain of the Gargoyles, Mike Butters, is the toughest.
I just been down on the frozen lakes, and it's mighty cold, you know, for the winter, but I've been checking it out there.
So you go to Pakistan?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who would have thought, you know, growing up from hockey Canada and going to the U.S., that I would have been to California just to play pro hockey, just to pay for it, too.
Now, with his eyes, you're known for your hitting and your roughness. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think hockey experience is having various moments of food or hard shots, or particularly hitting, you get the advantage on it. And we're probably the biggest team in the league, you know, with Wagner and myself. So we look at their physical style of game and really take guys to the board hard and hit them hard. And crowd gets into it, so that gives us the edge every game.
Yeah, I like to see that. So, and being the player coach and you have to set the tone, what is that about?
Well, I think that the games are so short, you have to get into the flow of the game right away. So we're a team that likes to come out the first 5 minutes and really start hitting hard, you know. Work the ramps, but in particular, lay out the big body checks. And a big body check early can send a message to the other team, say, hey, we're a force to be reckoned with, and we're not just going to lie down, you know. So a big hit can turn the ball over, get a shot on net, and lead to a goal. So that's what we're all about.
Ooh, he's tough.
Everything that's tripping of your life, you're not alone. Sees me going south and questioning your mind. You love you found. Don't be all things that you dream. Don't see.
Imagine TV.
When spring rolled around, some of the men would use their gold to purchase items that helped make life here in the camp more comfortable. There was Caleb in his boots, old Harvey in his goose-down cushioned chair, and of course Zeke in his new Mercury Grand Marquis.
We're Everclear, just your average band of losers and one-hit wonders. You know, when I was a kid, it was always assumed that drugs were cool. I'd do any drug on the table. It didn't matter what it was. Man, I was wrong. Never talk about the damage it's going to do to you physically and mentally. It takes your life away from you. I threw away 14 years of my life. Sad. I used to be a stupid rock and roll cliche. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. Figure it out for yourself. I don't know what else to say.
Ready for the second half?
Oh, yeah.
You want to see some hockey?
Oh, yeah.
Woo, yeah. Woo. Oh, some players. Anyways, let's go courtside with Marty McSorley.
Thank you, Tiffany. I'm here with Lonnie McDermott of the Dog Pack. Lonnie, this is a do or die for you guys to get in the playoffs. What kind of mindset are you guys in?
Well, like you said, it's a do or die situation. Every game from here on out is a must win, and we just got to bear down and come out fighting, come out barking.
What are you guys doing different offensively? You jumped off the board early. You got a nice goal yourself.
Yeah, we're just bringing everything at them. We're just trying to get some more shots on there. We're kind of snake bitten lately, but right now we're throwing everything at them, and hopefully we'll get the kitchen sink out, throw them head too.
Well, thank you, Lonnie. Back up to my partner, Chris.
Hey, and Chad Wagner, if you're listening, the Harmer says thanks for the wake-up call. Harmer with the late goal that provides the Dog Pack with their 2-point cushion. As we take a look at your halftime statistics, check these out. 13-9 in favor of the Gargoyles. The hits are just about dead even. 2-point goals favoring the Dog Pack, and there's your difference in the game. As you can tell, it's a very breezy day here in Southern California. Tack that on to the elements that these players have to deal with as we get set for the second half between the Dog Pack in yellow, leading 4-2.
Dog Pack playing very well to start the game. They're getting good goaltending. They're jamming in the rebounds. They're playing hard. They're playing well.
Versus the Gargoyles in white, and they bring it right back up the floor, and Bernstein with a fine save to start the second half.
Rich Cotterill's played very well for the Gargoyles so far. He has really generated some offense for them, and he just finished setting the player up in front of the net. Playing well, he's fired up. He's looking for more offense.
Here comes Melton. He's got Cotterill on the wing. Slap shot corralled by Zach Bernstein, and he will not relinquish a rebound. Back up the floor it rolls, and as it rides the hanging V, Chad Wagner, difficult time with that. Turnover inside the zone. Wagner tries to upend his man, but gliding around him was Mike Power. Mike Power is a guy that the Dog Pack are going to rely on heavily here in the second half. He came into this game in the midst of a 4-game scoring streak. During that span, 6 goals, 7 points overall.
I love this game, especially the way the quick transition. No whistles, no face-off, no waving guys in and out of the face-off. They just quickly drop the ball and race on the offense.
Oh, here they come. Gord Schmidt shoots and scores! Gord Schmidt right through the 5-hole.
That's a big goal. Now with a 3-point lead, it puts them in shots away from tying. The Dog Pack now off to a quick start, jumping well, looking to get back in the playoff hunt.
Well, they're celebrating the medicine hat right now. Gord Schmidt extends the Dog Pack lead to 5-2. He's a veteran. He was here a season ago. He's another one of the guys who knows what it takes to make it to the PBH championship. Never a lack of effort on the part of Gord Schmidt, but he has admitted He's got to put the ball in the net, and he does so there for just the second time in this tournament.
Let's go, long game. The Gargoyles right now are going to have to step up their offense a little bit. Stephane Desjardins is going to be one of the guys to lead them. But now you're going to see Mike Butters coming down the court farther and farther, sneaking in for rebounds and screens.
Opportunity. Mike Gillen's rising wrist shot is snared by Jeff Miller. He'll just simply drop the ball, and out it comes Gargoyles Koulis. He draws a crowd and a bump from Gord Schmidt. Turnover in the neutral zone. Two-point shot rattles the pipe.
That ball was shot hard. Jeff Miller, he got dinged last game hard in the head. He's a little shook up. I'm wondering if he's feeling the effects of that.
Credit Commissioner Chris McSorley with a find, and Wally Lacroix. What a game this guy's put on here today. 12.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Harmer winding, shooting. Caught the blocker of Jeff Miller.
Nice high shot to the high blocker. Probably shooting low glove side, but still he'll take it off the play. Come on,
oh, look out here. The ball just whistles wide. Harmer's got his man lined up, and Oren Koulis is tied up from behind.
Come at him. Come at him.
Koulis, his wife, a big-time talent agent here in the Southern California area. Guess he missed a big outing a week ago, huh?
Put him right in the doghouse.
Oh, man.
What was that he missed?
Did I hear correctly? It was a Richard Dreyfuss wedding?
I imagine it would have been a pretty good table set there, huh?
I don't know about you, but I don't remember ever getting an invitation to that one. Lefevre shooting upstairs. But you know, I want to talk to you a little bit about your acting career. You've been in a couple of movies.
Actually, I've snuck into 4 movies, but when you're playing in Los Angeles, you have tremendous opportunities in this city.
Well, I'm telling you, you give me a lot of artillery when we return with more here on ESPN.
It's only a little scratch.
What you need is GS27 Scratch Remover. GS27 gets rid of those surface paint swirls quickly and easily. Simply rub it into the scratch, then polish to a beautiful finish. The scratch is gone. GS27 is only $14.95. But order now and get a second tube for only $5. That's 2 for just $19.95.
To order, call 1-800-816-1717. That's 1-800-816-1717.
I wouldn't think of going anywhere but the Sunnyvale Pain Relief Center. They changed my life dramatically. My pain is gone.
I had no idea what real pain was until my car accident. Oh, I got temporary relief from pills, but they left me drowsy. Then I tried the Sunnyvale Pain Relief Center. They put me into a program of physical therapy and rehab. My pain is gone, and it hasn't returned.
Let the Sunnyvale Pain Relief Center help you end your suffering today.
The top seniors tee it up at Bunker Hills Golf Club in the Coldwell Banker Burnett. Coverage begins Friday at 3 on ESPN.
Pro Beach Hockey. There's no ties. When time expires, a shootout decides who wins. Pro Beach Hockey.
Chris Mattson picking up the conversation with our analyst, Marty McSorley. You talked about appearing in 4 movies. I know of at least 2, Bad Boys and Con Air. What were the other 2?
Well, why don't we just leave it at that?
Really?
I'm pretty heavily scrutinized by my teammates. I don't want them renting the movies and taking them home and getting all over me. But no, they've been really fun, and they're not big parts. But when you're playing in Los Angeles, there's a huge fan base in Los Angeles, a lot of it in the movie industry, so you get tremendous opportunities, and you get to rub shoulders with some big stars. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there's a lot of stars that play hockey. I played hockey with Keanu Reeves, Kiefer Sutherland, Cuba Gooding Jr. There's a long list play hockey, and they love to play hockey down here.
Rich Cotterill with the goal, and the Gargoyles pull within striking distance again.
Rich Cotterill's been the best player on the court for the Gargoyles. He's created things offensively. He needs some more help right now offensively because he's keeping this team alive.
All right, from the videotape, once again, back to your illustrious film career. And I got to tell you, I can remember a terrific kill in the scene in Con Air. I believe were you playing the role of a co-pilot? You come storming out of the cockpit. Can you recreate the scene?
Well, all
for us
my
a little
friends
bit?
were wondering how I got beat up by John Malkovich. He stole my gun. He shot me. They said that's no role for a tough guy. But actually, the producer was a good friend of mine, so they had to put me in a place where I wasn't going to get cut out by the editing people. So they gave me the gun that John Malkovich had to take.
But I got to tell you, it was a quality kill and a great reaction on your part. Worth the rental, let me tell you.
You know the producer liked me if I'm there for 20 years doing that part.
Oh, look out here. Big reaction and a huge save by Zach Bernstein, and he'll hang on.
You know, I don't want to take away from the game. You know, we talk about our movie, but there's a lot of guys down here even who have opportunities to do commercials and different things because there's so much going on in the hockey world. And a lot of these guys out here today have taken advantage of commercials. Mike Butters is in acting, or Koulis is in acting. Chris Nelson's done a lot of commercials and some acting. It's the opportunity is definitely there for these guys.
Butters was an extra in the movie Titanic. Brett Kurtz, who plays for the Express, is an aspiring screenwriter. So as you pointed out, there's all kinds of stories to be told here in PBH. As that one escapes the grasp of Zach Bernstein, but a good recovery by Mike Gillen to clear the ball off the far board. 5-3, the Dawg Pack leading. As that one again, that's the second time in this game that Butters has hit the pipe.
And Mike Butters knows he has to shoot. He moves into a two-point shot and just jacks it off the pipe. Zach Bernstein thankful that didn't hit the net and go in on him, but Mike Butters wants to get the offense started here for the Gargoyles. One final note about the acting side with these players.
I got you.
No.
Okay.
But I've talked to people in the movie industry. They love to use hockey players because they say hockey players are very, very easy to work with, and they're very team-oriented. They give, they sacrifice, they know how to do whatever's necessary to get the best product.
Well, you take a look at Chris Nelson. I believe he and Brett Kurtz also were some of Mr. Freeze's henchmen in the last Batman episode, as that one is sent the length of the floor, scooped up by Miller. He'll make the exchange, but it's a good point. I still say, of all the athletes in the world, and I'm not just saying this because you're standing here, hockey players are the best athletes in the world because it's the only sport in the world that requires a prerequisite. If you can't skate, you can't.
Skate, you can't play, and it's not something that's natural. I mean, you have to really want to skate and go out of your way. Running is natural, walking, you know, when you talk basketball, football, but to learn a skill like skating and then handle the ball, score, beat guys, you know, when you talk basketball, football, but to learn a skill like skating and then handle the ball, score, beat guys, hit while you're on the wheels here. I mean, those things are very, very difficult to learn and pick up.
That's the big difference, too. Once you get the hang of skating, every 3-4 strides to take a bump while you're out there logging a couple of miles a night. Difficult task, as that wrist shot by Gillen is blocked at the defense, and back they come. Oren Koulis throws it out on the wing, looking for the return pass, gloved and cleared ahead by the Dawg Pack. We're down to the final 7.5 minutes of this game, and look out, things are getting nasty. Harmer had the helmet ripped off his head, and Ty Hardigan just got thrown to the ice by Mike Gillen. Butters winding, shooting, big save, and as it's red uniform of Zach Bernstein, the Dawg Pack wants to make a line change. Where is Tiffany hanging around the PBH Bowl?
Thanks, Chris. I'm just hanging out in the demo area, and it's a lot of fun down here. You can try on some V-forms, lace them up, skate them around, buy some hats, some necklaces, some fake sure shot tattoos. There's a lot of fun for everyone of all ages, and you should come down and check it out. We've got more Pro Beach hockey action coming up right after this.
When the male is in pursuit of the female, the slightest scent of unpleasantness may send the female running. Thus, Right Guard Clear Gel or Clear Stick, powerful protection from odor and wetness that glides on clear. Right Guard. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Mamma mia, cheesioso, molto bene, delizioso. Now Pringles delicious.
There's a new rock star in town.
ESPN Sports Century's 50 Greatest Athletes. The sky hook was his signature, and it propelled him to 3 consecutive NCAA championships, 6 NBA titles, and 6 MVP awards. He was outspoken, controversial, unconventional, and virtually unstoppable. Continuing our countdown to number 1, Sports Century athlete number 26, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Friday at 10:30 on ESPN. General Motors.
No matter how you slice it, the Dog Pack today are playing for their playoff lives. If they lose today, well, the rest is all academic. Along the near boards, Butters with it. He'll move up the floor. Long wrist shot, he scores! 2-point goal for Mike Butters. And look out, Dog Pack, you're standing on a banana peel.
Mike Butters had 2 goal posts from 2-point range earlier. He was due. He comes in right to the middle of the court, fakes the pass, moves Chris Nelson out of the way, and fires it low stick side. Tries to get the goalie moving to his left on the fake pass, fires it home, makes no mistake. He shot that one low because the last 2 went off the post and the crossbar on the top side of the net.
Mike Butters, a 2-point shot. And just like that, the Gargoyles climb right back in. We're all knotted up for Butters. That is his second 2-point goal of this tournament.
Mike Butters can really unload it. But when the Gargoyles are winning, Mike Butters will stay back and hold down the fort defensively. But step up when he needs to, and he certainly did that.
Opportunity for the Dog Pack to step up. It was a rising shot leaned into by Mike Power. Is dropped to the back wall. Power has been invisible. So is this guy, Ty Hardigan. As the ball is delivered up the floor, back the other way by Robbie Harmer. Look out here, 3-on-1, they score! Robbie Harmer, a 2-point goal, and the celebration is on.
Well, we're going to have to stop picking on the Hammer. He's been a go-to guy today for them. He stepped up. This is a huge goal after they just relinquished a 2-point lead. He comes right back and hammers it by Jeff Miller. He has a chance to step right into this, unloads it just before he crosses the 2-point line, solves the Jeff Miller riddle for the Dog Pack.
5th goal of the tournament, second 2-point goal. And the Dog Pack back in the lead by 2, 3.5 minutes to play.
That's such a big goal with 3.5 minutes left for a team that's fighting for their lives. That's a big goal by a Hammer trying to lead this team.
Here he comes again. Somebody get out the hat as Harmer goes upstairs, misses everything. Turnaround attempt, back up the floor is picked up, but we're going to get a high sticking penalty here.
That's a huge penalty in a 7-5 goal game here because there's only 3 minutes left and the clock is ticking down. This goal right now could put the Dog Pack 3 goals ahead and almost unreachable.
And Rob Harmer, / goal scorer, gets the free shot. Here he comes. Denied. Around the hanging V. Harmer turned inside out. Again, loses possession of the ball in the corner. Harmer with it, floats a pass to the top of the dome zone. It was turned over.
You know, I laugh a little bit, Rob Harmer. He loves to play. He has so much fun out here. And for him to score goals, see the smile on his face, it makes you chuckle.
And his passion for the game has given the Dog Pack the lead here on ESPN.
It's the streets. That's right. It's about survival. Gotta push. Gotta react. Come on, react.
Now that Tara is part of the Snapple family, she could be part of your family, too. With every 2,000 Snapple, get a life-size Tara of your own.
218.35 miles an hour in the...
Cheryl Ann. She did it. She did it.
Arco. Arco.
No talking, you two.
Offer ends now. The best stuff is in here.
So Paul Doherty had the corner kick, and with the
good ball into Roy Wegley, who whipped it right back in and rose like a young salmon and snapped one under the corner. I'm Steve Ralston. Have you seen me?
See him tomorrow at 8 on ESPN.
Duval, Woods, live August 2nd at 8 on ABC.
Pro Beach Hockey on ESPN is sponsored in part by V-Form. V-Form, the mind, body, and soul of roller hockey. It's the closest thing to being on ice. And by Snapple. The best stuff is in here. And by PlayStation, official sponsor of Pro Beach Hockey. Live in your world, play in ours. Back inside the PBH Bowl in Huntington Beach, California. The Dawg Pack has given their pack of fans something to cheer about here today. They're in the lead as this one grinds down.
The Gargoyles need to get things going right now. We're 2.5 minutes left in the game. They're 2 points down. They can still score 2 one-point goals. They don't have to press it from 2-point range.
Gord Schmidt bidding for another. Whiffed on his attempt. It rolled into the leg pad of goaltender Jeff Miller. He'll throw it out to Paul Melton. Back the other way. Chris Nelson drifts back defensively as that shot is blocked. We've got a 2-on-0. Gord Schmidt with Wally Lacroix moves it on goal and scores! Gord Schmidt extends the Dawg Pack lead.
That's a huge goal. Jeff Miller having to face a 2-0. Chad Wagner looking for the 2-point shot deep in the Dawg Pack zone. The shot was blocked. We see the shot. Chad Wagner taking the shot. The shot is blocked. You have to get that shot through. Now you've got a 2-on-0. Gord Schmidt looking past, pulled it on his backhand, going 5-hole. Jeff Miller is just guessing there because of the 2-on-0. Not sure if it's going to be a shot or pass.
And the strategy pays off for the Dawg Pack. Chris Nelson, who had been forcing the issue offensively earlier in the game, drifts back defensively. He blocked the shot that quickly put the Dawg Pack in transition.
The Gargoyles now needing to get a 2-point goal at least. You know, Denny Lefebvre, Mike Butters, and these guys are going to be pounding 2-point shots because they have to get back within one.
And they're going to have a man back all the time getting trapped as that shot caroms off the body of Chad Wagner. Dawg Pack prevailing deep in a backhand shot by Gord Schmidt bidding for the hat trick. We are down to 1 minute 20 seconds to play in this game. The Dawg Pack trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Meanwhile, for the Gargoyles, they entered this game in second place, 3 points back of both front-running the Express and Heavy Metal with 11 points. Breakaway, moving in. McDermott trying to go the opposite way, and just getting the webbing of the glove on that shot was Jeff Miller.
Gargoyles in desperate need of some 2-point shots. They have to be shooting the ball right now inside a minute.
50 seconds to go, Marty, as Mike Gillen will lob the puck as he tries to lob it up court. It deflects off a body and up into the crowd.
Mike Butters he can't back up all the way with the offensive player. He stays in the middle, looks to knock down passes. Here we've got a scuffle between Harmer, the Hammer, and Chad Wagner. Here's a couple of big guys. Chad Wagner's a big guy with a tremendous amount of fighting in hockey. I'm not sure if the Hammer's quite used to this. The Hammer, in his background, played a lot of football, a lot of inline hockey. These two guys not really throwing many punches, but there's a lot of meat in that fight right now.
Oh, the door swings open. They're out the runway. They're making their way to the locker room. There they go. Fans trying to check it out between the slats. And where did this come from? It seemed to break out of nowhere.
Well, I think Chad Wagner, he's trying to mix it up with Hammer, and Hammer stunned them offensively. He's been on the scoring end today, and Chad Wagner, he's standing up for his team a little bit, trying to shake up the Dawg Pack here with a minute left.
Choppy waters, turbulent times here inside the PBH Bowl. Free drop for the Gargoyles along the far wall. Just over 40 seconds to play. They want to reset the clock. Out it comes. Here they come.
The Dawg Pack are going to try to keep the ball outside. Keep the ball behind the net, along the boards. The Gargoyles are going to have to get it in the middle of the court and get some 2-point shots here.
Dawg Pack now a half a minute away from climbing back into the win column as the Gargoyles, trailing by 3, desperately need a 2-point attempt. There it is, blocked down by Chris Nelson. Loose ball into the high slot. 14 seconds left in the game. Player gets tripped up in open court. That'll stop the clock. This is going to set up an interesting finale if somehow, some way, Stéphane Desjardins can solve Zach Bernstein. We get set for the draw. They're going to pull Jeff Miller out of the net, which means there will be 5 attackers inside the Dawg Pack half of the floor.
Well, you know Mike Butters is going to tell his guys to jump in for the rebound. They're going to want to make sure they get this goal first.
Boy, that's a huge miss. Who's going to corral the loose ball on the back wall?
Mike
7
Gillen,
seconds left.
the grinder for the Dawg Pack, is going to kill the clock as much as he can.
Terrific play by Gillen as that one is sent wide. The Dawg Pack have upended the Gargoyles 8-5.
Very good game. Dawg Pack rose to the occasion. Dawg Pack needed a desperate win. The revolving door and net was seen to be solved by Zach Bernstein. The Dawg Pack were heard from today. The Hammer rose up and played a great game for the Dawg Pack. The Gargoyles are going to have to get back on track. They're in a playoff race.
Gordon Schmidt, a 2-point game, likewise for Wally Lacroix, and the Dawg Pack keep their playoff hopes alive. You want to see how costly this could have been? Imagine if they had lost. They would have just about have been mathematically eliminated. But what a huge effort by the Hammer, who's standing by with our Marty McSorley.
Thank you, Chris. I'm here at the Hammer. Big game for your team and big game for you, Hammer. Tell us about it.
Well, we came out today, you know, we were down, we're the last place. We decided to come out today, and we went after it today, you know. We made some adjustments, you know. You guys have been pretty hard on us for the last 7 games. Well, guess what? There's the scoreboard, and that's what happened today.
Well, Hammer, we were a little hard on you, but you guys have been last place, but you're now back in the hunt. Now, Hammer, tell us a little bit about the steel plate in your head.
Well, in 1991, I was in a real bad accident. I fell off a 4-story building, broke my sternum, and I broke about 5 bones in my face. They had to put a steel plate in my chest and my head to put everything back together. But you know what? I'm back together, and I'm solid, baby.
Well, we're not sure if everything's quite settled up there, but he still does have a steel plate in his head. Now, let's go back to somebody who's a lot prettier than we are, Tiffany.
Thanks, guys. What would this beach party be without you two? And the sun in Huntington Beach, California.